Today, the 1st of January 2022, in the Dhamma talk, I would like to continue about Dukkha Vedana. In the previous Dhamma talk, there has been explanation how one should be noting pain. And today, I will explain from the theory of characteristic, function, and so on, together with the practical aspect. In the meditation, yogi experiences unpleasant sensation such as pain in the body. So when one comes to notice unpleasant heat, for example, unpleasant heat, unpleasant hardness, unpleasant stiffness, tension, and so on, one knows it as pain, pain, pain. When unpleasant tangible objects such as unpleasant heat, stiff, tense, unpleasant hardness arises, then one experiences the unpleasant feeling. One has to note it as pain, pain. One has to concentrate on the area where pain is taking place. And if the pain is a big area, then focus on the area for about 1 inch in diameter where the pain is most intense and note it as pain, pain, pain. We note the pain so as to understand what is there in the pain that we are noting. Noting the pain with effort, applying the mind onto the object, which is called vitakka. Effort, the mind being propelled onto the object so that the noting mind reaches the object. In this way, noting pain with aim and effort, the mind sticks onto the pain. The noting mind falls calm and collected on the object, pain. And one notices the nature that is most obvious at the moment. When the noting mind falls on stiff pain, one notices stiffness. If it is hard, one notices that hardness. But one keeps on noting it, pain, pain, and one notices different kind of nature, stiff, tense, heat, stabbing, piercing, and so on. At the moment we are noting pain, the physical pain is the unpleasant tangible object. The feeling, dukkha vedana, it is the feeling that arises in the mind, experiencing, feeling the physical, tangible object. So Vedana actually is the cetasika, the mental factor, cetasika, that one feels the tangible object, unpleasant tangible object. So it is explained that Dukkha Vedana has the characteristic anicca Buddha Paramana Nubhavana Lakkhana, meaning Dukkha Vedana has the characteristic of feeling the unpleasant tangible object. So this is the characteristic of Vedana, Dukkha Vedana in this case. While the yogi is noting it as pain, 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 at times the mind, while noting the pain, the mind has this worn out, or it's like withering of the mind, or the mind feels worn out when noting the pain. So when that happens, yogi has to note worn out, worn out. If worn out feeling arises in the mind, that comes obvious when noting the pain. When a person is healthy, when there is good well-being, then the mind also is fresh. But when one experiences such as pain, exhaustion, and so on, there can also be withering in the mind. The mind feels worn out. So it is said that Dukkha Vedana has the function Sampayuttana Nilapana Rasan, meaning that this Dukkha Vedana has the function of wearing out the associated mind and the mental factors. This is the function. It wears out the mind. This is the function of Dukkha Vedana. When noting pain, that's why if you feel worn out in the mind, note it as worn out, worn out. And when noting pain, it manifests as tormenting. For example, if one is pierced by a thorn, then this thorn is tormenting. In the same way, when one experiences the pain, it is like a thorn, tormenting. So this manifestation of discomfort arises. It is said, Kayika Bhada Pitsupattana, meaning Dukkha Vedana manifests as tormenting in the body, that is causing discomfort. When there is pain, note pain, pain, concentrate on the pain with patience and forbearance. If one is able to note the pain with full attention on the object, the mind calm, connected on the object, one can gain knowledge from noting the pain. In the beginning, if one cannot be mindful of the pain, or if the mindfulness is weak or not mindful of it, it may seem that one has the idea that there is pain in my leg. My leg is painful. I am in pain, and so on. But being mindful of the pain, when the mindfulness and concentration are strong, noting the pain moment by moment, one after another, one notices different kind of nature that is in the pain, either hard or stiff. And this hardness, stiffness of the pain, it doesn't stay the same. It increases, decreases, or it moves, or one pain arises, pass away, another pain arises, pass away. In this way, one comes to see the nature of the pain one by one. Just like in the example, when you see a line of termites, if you look at it from the distance, you just see it as a line. When you go a little bit closer, you see something moving. If you go closer, you might see 2 or 3 termites going, walking, a group of 2, 3. But when you go very close, you can see each individual termite moving. So the closer your mindfulness and concentration, the closer observation it is, the more in detail you can come to know. So when noting pain, if you have a very close observation, you can see the pain one by one, whether it is hardness or softness, whether it is hardness or tension or heat. One arise, pass away, another one arise, pass away. At times, one notices the pain moves from one place to another. But actually, it is not the moving. Because it is fast, one sees it, one notices as if the pain is moving. But actually, for example, pain number 1 has arise and pass away in the same spot. Pain number 2 arise and pass away in the same spot, another spot. Pain number 3 arise and pass away in another spot. In this way, pain doesn't move, but one pain arise and pass away in the same spot. Another pain arise, pass away in another spot. But because they are quick, it seems that the pain is moving, but the pain arise and pass away at the same spot, one after another, and it is quick that one thinks it is moving. There is this saying, Vedana Pachyadana, feeling gives rise to craving. It is obvious in pleasant feeling. If pleasant feeling arises, one craves onto it, one is attached onto it. But also with the dukkha vedana, when dukkha vedana arises, attachment or craving can arise based on dukkha vedana. When a person is not mindful, if the person is not mindful with the pain, not seeing clearly what it is, this painful sensation, because of this painful sensation, the person craves for good feelings to come. So in this way, Vedana Pachyadana, craving arises as one is feeling the pain, wanting, craving for the good ones to come. This can arise. Craving for the good experiences, craving for the good feeling, tanha can arise if one is not mindful of the pain. Or there can be anger, hatred that arise because there is pain. So it's either craving for the good ones to come or anger, hatred of the pain. In this way, if one is not mindful, such defilement arise as a result of not being mindful, not discerning correctly. At the moment, there is pain. If one is mindful of the pain, mindfulness and concentration strong, one discerns the nature such as stiffness or tension or heat, which is obvious in the pain. And one sees the pain itself. When noting pain, one sees the nature such as stiff, tense, heat, and the mind that notes it. And it doesn't stay the same. The heat arise, pass away. Another heat arise, pass away. Or this tension arise, pass away. Another tension arise, pass away. In this way, when the yogi sees the pain itself, there is no location, whether it is the knee or whether it is a leg or the shoulder, but the yogi sees the pain itself. Arise, pass away, arise, pass away. When this happens, even though it is a physical pain, unpleasant object, but it is pleasant in noting it as the yogi sees each pain arise, pass away, another pain arise, pass away, old pain pass away, new pain arises. One by one, yogi sees clearly each pain one by one arising, passing away. When that happens, it becomes Vedana Pachya Panya. Feeling gives rise to knowledge as the yogi is able to note the pain and gain knowledge by noting pain. And in the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, there explains the 18 kind of mental preoccupation based on the object, the object, the visible object, the sound, the smell, the taste, the touch, the thoughts. In each of these objects, there are three kinds. Pleasing visible object, displeasing visible object, neither pleasing nor displeasing, which are neutral. So in each of these objects, there are three: pleasing, displeasing, and neutral. The sound also pleasing, displeasing, and neutral, and so on till the thought. The thoughts can be pleasing or displeasing or neutral. So these six kind of objects multiplied by three kinds, pleasing, unpleasing, and neutral. So the mind also becomes 18 kinds of the mind knowing or being occupied on six objects where they differ by pleasing, unpleasing, and neutral. So these are the 18 kind of mind. Chatura Daiṭhano, there are 4 foundations. These 4 foundations are Panya. One has to be firmly established on wisdom. Satya. One has to be firmly established on the truth. Tyaga. One has to be firmly established on the abandoning. And Upasama. One has to be firmly established on the total peace where all the defilements are extinct, where all the defilements are in extinction. So an arahat, of course, is the highest who are firmly established on these four foundations. But we also have to be firmly established on these four foundations to reach our goal of being an arahat. How we do it is we have to do it moment by moment. The person who is established, firmly established on these four foundations, Panya, Satya, Panya, wisdom, Satya, truth, Jaga, abandoning, Upasama, total peace away from defilement. If one is firmly established in these four foundations, the stream of wrong notion will not flow, and Muni, one becomes a sage who is Sanda, who is at peace. So, of course, an arahat is totally free from these wrong notion. There is no flowing of the wrong notion, and thus the arahat is a stage at peace. But we also have to stand on these four foundations. If we stand on the four foundations, we can also be free from this flow of wrong notion moment by moment. For us, we have, for example, we at the moment of lifting the foot, for example, when lifting the foot, if one is not mindful, one will have the wrong notion. It is I, it is I who is lifting the foot. Or one might have the wrong notion, mine, it is my foot, or the wrong notion, I am healthy, I can walk smooth, I can walk smoothly. So in this way, I, the notion of I, it is a ditti, wrong view. Mine is a dagna, attachment on one's foot. The conceit that I can walk well, I'm healthy. So this kind of mana, conceit, can arise by lack of panya. The moment of lifting, if one is being mindful of the lifting, from the moment the foot is lifted all the way through until lifting finishes. Pay attention on the lifting. When the noting mind is sticking onto the object lifting, the noting mind falls calm collected on the object lifting. One comes to notice the nature in the lifting, such as lightness or pulling. So at that very moment, yogi comes to discern the lightness or the pulling during the lifting of the foot. At that moment, yogi understands that in the lifting, there is the element which manifests as either lightness or pulling, and the noting mind that notes the lifting. So at that very moment, lifting, which manifests as lightness or pulling, it is the element, or in other words, it is the rupa. And the noting mind that notes, the noting mind that notices the lightness and pulling, it is the mind. In this way, there is only rupa and nama. So one discerns at that moment that there is no other thing. Yeah. What is really present here is the lightness, the pulling, rupa, the noting mind that knows it, nama. So there is no I, no person, no man or woman. What is really there is rupa and nama. So in this way, by being mindful, by discerning lightness, pulling, one comes to understand, one comes to discern that there is only rupa and nama. It is no I. So in this way, atta ditti, wrong view of atta, wrong view of personality or individuality fall away. Yeah. And then it is not my foot. Yeah. It is not mine. What is really there is just lightness, pulling, and the mind that knows it. In this way, ditti, yeah, wrong notion of ditti doesn't arise. There is no person, being, yeah. It is not mine. It is not my foot, not mine. In this way, at the moment of being mindful, at the moment of discerning correctly, wrong notion does not flow at that very moment of being mindful and discerning. So in this way, in the example of lifting the foot, when the yogi is mindful of lifting, discerning the lightness or pulling, in this way, yogi discerns. Yeah, yogi develops panya, that there is only the rupa which manifests as lightness or pulling, the noting mind that knows it. So the yogi discerns distinctly between mind and matter. So one is on this panya foundation. At that moment of discerning, at the moment of lifting, being, noticing the mind and matter, pulling, lightness together with there's the mind that notes it. At that moment, one also is discerning the dukkha satya, yeah, which is nama rupa. There is no tanha craving. Also, there is a removal of samudaya satya, yeah. There is also jaga, abandoning. At the moment of being mindful and discerning, the defilement cannot arise at that moment. So in this way, one is also abandoning the kilesa at the moment of being mindful of this lifting, discerning the nature, characteristics. And thus, there is sandhi, the peace, peaceful peace, because it is free from defilement at that very moment. So in this way, by being mindful of the lifting, wanting nature such as pulling or the lightness, one distinctly knows between mind and matter at that very moment. Foundation of panya, satya, panya, knowledge, satya, truth, jaga, abandoning, and sandhi, peace. at that very moment. So we need to practice in order to be established on these 4 foundations, moment by moment, one after another, so that by doing continuously, knowledge will be stronger, it will be more mature, knowledge will develop stage by stage until finally we reach our goal. Okay, so for today, we will stop here for today and we'll continue the next day. May the yogi have a smooth Dhamma practice so that they will have established on these 4 foundations, moment by moment, until the final goal of reaching Nibbana.